Hello, today's movie is Blue Beetle 2023. It's an adventure sci-fi movie. The film opens in an icy Arctic setting, where CEO Victoria Cord Industries arrives to meet her henchman, Ignacio Carapax, and a leading scientist whom she mistakenly refers to as Dr. Sanchez. Victoria's team is engaged in mining operations to unearth the Scarab, a coveted artifact that Victoria has been relentlessly seeking. Meanwhile, Jaime Reyes returns home to Palmera City after completing his college education. Welcomed by his parents, Alberto and Rocio, his sister Milagro, his grandmother Nana, and his uncle Rudy, Jaime is overjoyed to be reunited with his family. However, Milagro shares some troubling news with Jaime. The family is facing the risk of losing their home due to increased rent, and Jaime also learns that Alberto recently suffered a heart attack. Despite these challenges, the family remains determined to confront their struggles and navigate through the difficulties together. Jaime secures a job working alongside Milagro at Victoria's mansion.
Seriously?
What? I'm keeping us employed?
While there, he catches a glimpse of Victoria and feels compelled to introduce himself, being familiar with her work. Soon, Jaime witnesses a confrontation between Victoria, Carapax, and Jenny Cord, Victoria's niece and the daughter of Ted, Victoria's brother who mysteriously disappeared, leaving Victoria in charge of his company. Jenny expresses her discontent with Victoria's plans to revive the one-man Army Corps project that her father had shut down years ago.
A future we can control that.
When Carapax approaches Jenny aggressively, Jaime steps in to protect her, unintentionally interrupting Milagro as she exits a private bathroom. As a consequence, Victoria fires both Jaime and Milagro. However, Jenny gives Jaime her contact information, suggesting that he interview for another position at Cord Industries. Encouraged by a heartfelt conversation with Alberto about his future and the importance of family, Jaime decides to pursue Jenny's offer. The following day, Jenny covertly infiltrates the laboratories at Cord Industries and discovers that Victoria is conducting experiments with the Scarab. Fearing the potential dangers associated with Victoria's actions, Jenny steals the artifact and conceals it inside a fast food container. Dr. Sanchez realizes that the Scarab is missing and orders a lockdown of the building. Jaime happens to be inside, waiting to meet Jenny, when he encounters her exiting the elevator. Recognizing Jaime's willingness to help, Jenny entrusts him with the container, emphasizing that he must not open or touch its contents, and instructs him to guard it with his life. Jaime brings the Scarab back to his family's home, intending to keep it safe. However, despite his initial instructions, his family's curiosity gets the better of them, and they coax him into opening the container to get a closer look at the Scarab. Playfully interacting with it, Jaime inadvertently triggers its activation. The Scarab comes to life in his hand, crawling and then abruptly lunging at his face before entering his body. Jaime experiences intense pain as the Scarab begins to form a suit around his body, eventually propelling him into the sky. Within the suit, a voice named Kajita communicates with Jaime, testing the suit's capabilities and sending him soaring across the city, unintentionally causing damage along the way, such as splitting a bus in half to avoid collisions. After a thrilling and chaotic flight, the suit brings Jaime back home.
Tuning flight control.
Why are you doing this to me?
Landing system. Successful.
Don't worry about
Again.
Leaving his family in a state of shock and fear. While they contemplate calling the police, Rudy advises against it, as he knows that law enforcement would be harsh on their family, particularly since he, Alberto, and Nana are implied to be undocumented immigrants. Seeking assistance, Jaime sets out to find Jenny, who is being pursued by Victoria's armed henchmen as she flees from Cord Industries. Jaime borrows Rudy's truck to rescue Jenny, only to discover it riddled with bullet holes upon his return. Determined to protect Jenny, he brings her back to his family's home. Jenny explains to the family the nature of the Scarab and how it seems to have chosen Jaime as its host. Although the family initially harbors distrust towards Jenny due to her association with the Cord family and their perception that they disregard people like them, Jaime maintains faith in her ability to help remove the Scarab from his body. Jenny leads Jaime and Rudy to Cord Industries with the purpose of retrieving a smartwatch. However, their plans are interrupted by the sudden appearance of Carapax, who is now wearing the one-man Army Corps prototype suit. He launches an attack against them, but Jaime's suit activates and switches into defense mode. Khajiit, taking control of the suit, utilizes a range of weapons to counter Carapax's assault. When Carapax is rendered defenseless by Jaime, Khajiit attempts to deliver a fatal blow. However, Jaime insists that he is not a killer.
Threat.
Are you even listening to me?
Command.
Carapax recovers and nearly kills Jaime, taunting him for his perceived weakness due to his love for his family. In a daring move, Rudy and Jenny employ the truck to knock Carapax down, allowing them to rescue Jaime and escape. Jenny then leads the group to her childhood home, where she uses the smartwatch to access Ted's laboratory. Rudy recognizes the suits present as belonging to the former superhero known as the Blue Beetle. Among them is a suit that originally belonged to Ted's predecessor, Dan Garrett, who passed on the mantle to Ted. Ted had to create his own technology since Khajiit did not choose him like she did Dan and Jaime. Rudy learns that there is no way to remove the Scarab from Jaime unless he dies, as it has become symbiotic with his body, serving as a protective force.
What do you mean?
Reselling your body.
All I wanted was a job.
Afterward, Jenny and Jaime have a private conversation where she opens up about the loss of her mother and the mysterious disappearance of her father. She reflects on Jaime's fortune in having a loving family. Their connection grows, and they share an intimate moment, until Rudy interrupts, unwittingly interrupting the tender atmosphere. From a distance, Jenny spots Victoria's helicopter heading towards Palmyra City, and Jaime immediately realizes that his family is the target. Determined to protect them, he jumps off the roof, triggering the suit's emergence and enabling him to fly to their aid. As expected, Victoria's goons forcefully bring the Reyes family outside while she waits above in her helicopter. Amidst the chaos, a fire ignites within the house. Jaime arrives just in time and employs non-lethal weaponry to fend off the attackers. Nana and Rocio manage to escape, but two goons attempt to apprehend Milagro and Alberto. Jaime intervenes, knocking the assailants away, but the situation takes a turn for the worse when Alberto suffers a sudden cardiac arrest. Exploiting the opportunity, Carapax uses a grappling hook to incapacitate Jaime, and Victoria seizes the opportunity to take him captive. Helpless, Jaime can only watch as his father tragically passes away, while the rest of his family grieves and their home becomes engulfed in flames. In the aftermath, the Reyes family mourns the loss of Alberto and their destroyed house. However, Nana urges them to set aside their sorrow momentarily and focus on rescuing Jaime. Jenny leads to Ted's lab, where they board a beetle-shaped airship and set course for an island where Victoria is conducting her nefarious experiments. Jenny also provides them access to Ted's arsenal, including a formidable minigun that Nana skillfully wields, drawing on her experience as a revolutionary. At Victoria's base, she connects Jaime to a machine designed to siphon the Scarab's powers and transfer them to Carapax's one-man Army Corps suit. Dr. Sanchez proceeds with the risky procedure, fully aware that it could result in Jaime's death. Meanwhile, the Reyes family and Jenny crash-land their airship, unleashing chaos upon Victoria's guards. Rudy skillfully maneuvers the ship, crushing any opposition in their path. Jenny takes Milagro with her as they venture deeper into the facility, armed with a weapon capable of projecting shields and powerful fists. They soon discover Victoria's sinister plan to mass-produce thousands of one-man army corps for warfare. During the procedure, Jaime's consciousness begins to fade, transporting him to a realm between life and death. There, he encounters Alberto, who confirms his passing. Despite the temptation to join his father, Alberto urges Jaime to embrace his destiny as the Blue Beetle. Filled with a sense of purpose, Jaime bids farewell to Alberto and leaps towards an image of his suit. Making contact with its finger, allowing the Scarab to synchronize with his mind. As the transfer process concludes, granting Carapax his own bodysuit, Jenny triggers a bomb that disrupts the systems, freeing Jaime from captivity. Dr. Sanchez, also known as Jose de la Cruz, aids Jaime in his escape, having grown weary of Victoria's tyranny. Tragically, Carapax kills Dr. Sanchez in the process. Jaime flees and engages in combat with more guards, receiving assistance from Nana. Carapax catches up to them, initiating a rematch with Jaime. Now united with the Scarab, Jaime utilizes his suit's weapons in the battle. However, his fury erupts when he witnesses Carapax firing at Rudy. Overwhelming Carapax, Jaime prepares to deliver a fatal blow, but Khajiit intervenes, revealing memories she scanned from Carapax. These memories unveil Carapax's tragic past, wherein his village was destroyed by bombs dropped by Cord Industries, leading to the recruitment and experimental enhancements that transformed him into Victoria's weapon. Moved by compassion, Jaime helps Carapax to his feet, emphasizing that his love for his family is a source of strength.
You're on.
Victoria attempts to flee in a helicopter while holding Jenny captive. However, Jenny utilizes a gum invented by Ted, causing the helicopter to crash back onto the island. Victoria commands Carapax to eliminate the Reyes family, but he rebels against her, dragging her towards the impending explosion, following a vision of his mother beckoning him to join her. Jaime soars onto the airship to reunite with his family as the island, along with the remaining one-man army corps suits, Victoria, and Carapax, is obliterated. The family takes a moment to mourn Alberto, with Jenny joining them in their sorrow. Several days later, Jenny assumes the role of CEO at Cord Industries and announces the company's decision to cease weapon production. The Reyes family holds a funeral for Alberto, and upon returning home, they are greeted by their supportive neighbors, who offer food and drinks as a gesture of solidarity. Determined to rebuild their lives, the family pledges to work together. However, Jenny surprises them by revealing that Cord Industries will replace their lost home. Jaime and Jenny walk off together, with Jenny expressing her intention to return to her father's house. Jaime offers her a lift, the family joyously cheers them on. Jaime activates his Blue Beetle suit, propelling them into the sky, with the promise of a new adventure alongside Jenny. And here is the end of our movie today. Don't forget to support. Thanks for watching.